Well, hello people, and welcome back to episode 2 of our Manoward's AI update playthrough. It'll be a wonderful day. Back in the wonderful city builder, of course. And at last episode we were wondering why we weren't managing to accumulate any berries. And that's because Past Egg placed a forester's hut, not a forager's hut. So we're gonna delete this today. We don't want to do a forester just yet. In terms of the foresters, while we're on the subject, I imagine we'll probably put this near some eventual farmland or something. But for right now, we do want the forager's hut, not the foresters. Dangerously close to each other, aren't they? I must have just misclicked it, maybe. They also look very similar. But we'll get that. I'm not sure if we actually got any berries left this season. Yeah, it is shrinking. We might be able to get a few before it collapses. But either way, it's going to be a tough winter ahead, but we will get through it. So, speaking of that, we set up these larger burgage spots last episode. So that we can start to plant vegetables and whatnot here. Which will not only help give us actual food to survive, but also food diversity, which is much more important for keeping these level 2 houses happy, like our joiner. We currently want multiple different sources of food, right? So we'll give him vegetables from the burgage plots. In terms of clothing, we should also now be accruing the hides from the 4 goats we have. Well, I guess it's technically 8 goats, isn't it? Because there's 2 per enclosure. So this is very nice, that's starting to come through. Small amount of food diversity from them, but not too much. So we want to place the tannery, which we did last episode. We've got a few spare families, bearing in mind we want to get those foragers working as well, but they will be seasonal, so that's going to be okay. And I think 1 should do it for right now. And then that should come back to our storehouse. We do currently have a few 4 generic storages. That's just timber though, we need an ox for that. Thinking maybe another warehouse worker. You can also see those weapons coming in too. We have a small shield from somewhere. Oh, maybe we accidentally made one of those before we changed it over. I think that's what's probably happened, right? We're also getting some dressed stone in here now as well. I'd love to have a look at this as well, eventually try and upgrade some of our walls here. Which I have loads of, which is still rebuilding. The raiders are 159 days away. They, of course, could still attack us. And I think why things do build up, we'll summon the Merry Men. We probably need... We defeated them with 2 last time, didn't we? Let's do 2 again then. Let's send these boys through the forest. And we'll go take out that bandit camp. Don't want to take all 3. It takes too many people out of the settlement. Things will slow down. Cool. So let's grab both of these. We'll meet these bandits in the open field. Put the spears at the front, let them take the most damage. We'll keep our retinue behind. Try to get some archers unlocked today as well. So here are the enemy. Not too much happened with the update on these brigands. They're still pretty much the same. It'd be fun to see these maybe form a slightly larger settlement, not just a tent, you know, maybe not like a full city like the AI can build, but it'd be fun to see what they choose to do with these bandits. Then again, there's quite a few of them now, isn't there? Is that more than last time? No, it's about the same, isn't it? I think they're always the same size. I paid tithe, got some more treasury wealth coming in now as well. And also some influence starting together. Yep, here they come. And as always, it's always great to watch a bit of war in Manor, isn't it? We've had previous success with the flanking with the retinue, so we'll keep it going. See if we can upgrade some of the retinue with some armor as well today. There's also some new executions now as well. I'll see if I can find one. Yeah, you see that? This guy's doing it. He like impales him on the floor. He's kind of embedded in in the shield. But you can see like a little animation, right? He's impaling him. Very fancy. Very nice. Nothing like a little bit of bloodshed first thing, right? Happy days. Right, the retinue can go and claim the camp, and the merry men can come home. Now, where do we want to send this camp money? Some extra regional wealth would be nice, especially while we're now going to look at food from burgage plots. I think I'm also not going to put the extra housing upgrade on these ones either. So I don't really need the extra mouths to feed when we're trying to produce food from those particular ones. Cool. What have we got out here in this province? Do we want to possibly look at claiming this? We're not far away from a second province. We're actually very nearly there. We need 1,000 influence for it. When searching through the enemy belongings, yes, be good. Yeah, I think we'll send this to the nearest... Oh, then again, though. That treasury wealth does take a long time to accrue. I think I'm going to send it to the treasury, actually. Because I want the retinue upgrades. Which aren't particularly cheap. Super, so they're home. We should see clothes arriving now. Still selling the pelts. The hide is there. Yeah, okay, there we go. There's our first leather. Get back. Everyone disband. Go back to work. I think I'll also use this opportunity as well to purchase another ox. Get that in. I feel like we're lacking on them a little bit. Let's get someone back in the saw pit as well so we can start eating into that surplus of timber we have. In terms of the stone, do we want to get more manpower in this? We're extracting quite a lot of it. I think it'll be okay. There we go, there's that ox coming in now to move the stuff around. I feel like we probably want a connection here as well, right? Although this industry site is only going to be temporary. Our animals are still doing really well. We've got 3 months worth of food approaching. Firewood may be getting a little low. Possible second family during the fire cutter. We'll do that. This highest priority manor is eating up a lot of everyone's resources to delay all the other buildings, so we'll downgrade its priority a little bit. We've also got the charcoal kiln available now as well, which we did want to actually put that down to just adjust our trade values, didn't we? So let's come into fuel. It is a major trade route. It's fine, we've got the money to pay for it though. We can only sell it for 1 gold extra, which I guess over the long term will make a bit of a difference. So we won't trade any firewood anymore, and instead we'll export charcoal with a surplus of, it's like double the efficiency, isn't it, I believe? If I remember rightly. So we'll just keep 30 and see how that keeps us supplied in the winter. And then from that woodcutter actually, that we just put in, I'm going to send them to the charcoal kiln instead. And then they can start begin processing that, which should give us slightly more income. Wait and see. Some pasture would be nice, because we're not doing an awful lot of crop farming here, are we? So why don't we start looking at a livestock trading post, maybe? Which is somewhere here. Livestock trading post, there we go. I think in and around the actual trading post probably makes sense, right? Let's have it here. Keep developing our little town square. Really, I'm hoping for some more decorative options in Manor Lords at some point. The only thing we have is a shrine and the ability to remove shrubbery. We hope the aesthetic detailing part of the game doesn't kind of get left behind. But we'll put a shrine in regardless. We do have some brief homelessness. This should only be temporary. So these homes take a long time to construct, don't they? I feel like we're maybe... Let's take out some families so we can get a few more builders. Let's reduce the amount of loggers now, we've just got tons of them. And that should be okay. We just need a few more hands on deck for finishing all this construction work. We're 100 days away now from the first raid. So I have seen them attack the AI in other saves I've been playing off camera. But I'm not sure if that's always a guaranteed. So we should be prepared for them. Oh look, they've even built a little bridge to their manor. The manor's very exposed. It's right on the edge. I'm really hoping to launch an attack against these. To claim Burin back, we need 2,000 influence. The provinces without anyone are only 1,000. Have they expanded here? No, this is empty here, isn't it? There's also mushrooms in this province too, which is a new gatherable resource. We've missed the berries, that's okay though. We should get them because our last tech tree research actually made us double the deposits, didn't it? Join our shops here, we've got 68% happiness. Obviously the level 2s are very unhappy, but they probably will be for another couple of years yet. But I don't want to get too many of them because that will just debuff us too much, but 1 or 2 because I really want to start making bows. With another boya. I think we'll wait until we get some food diversity in for that. I wonder if we're suffering with maybe a build bug. Or maybe it's the mana. Maybe it's the mana walls that are taking so long to do. We'll actually make the mana low priority. We'll upgrade the stone walls today. But I really want the other stuff done first. A little shrine. So get in from the Lord's perspective. Oh, there we go, it's behind us. Probably serves quite nice in around the church really, doesn't it? A little cross on it. And we can probably have a jog into the Lord's Manor as well now. It's beautiful, the winter in this game, isn't it? A hazy sun through the cloud. Absolutely bitingly cold as well, I'm sure. Horrendous time to exist, everyone, in the medieval era. Very nice. So let's have a look at some upgrades for these other back gardens here that we've not done anything with. Yeah, what's available? So we can put apiary in, which will provide a passive yield of honey and wax every third yield will provide the wax, sorry. It's not dependent on size, however the other ones are. I wouldn't mind going for some chickens. And it's food diversity not only with chickens but the eggs, which provides a passive yield of eggs, and every 4th yield will provide chicken. So when does a yield happen? Is that every month? Every 4th month we get chicken. We'll go for chicken coops here next to the goats. I also love to see that the apiary bee system isn't locked behind a technology now. I didn't really like that in the last iteration. Burger spots are coming in now. Homelessness has been solved. Fantastic. So burger spot level 1, you are going to be... Well, we got a debuff, didn't we? Yeah, decreased agriculture efficiency. But that didn't apply to all crop types. I'm pretty sure that was just vegetables and grains. It didn't include fruits in that, I don't think. It doesn't tell you your debuff here, does it? It only tells you the effect, not by how much, which is a bit annoying. No, I can't seem to find the debug value, which is slightly annoying. I'm pretty sure it was vegetables and grains, but not fruits that were affected by this decreased agriculture efficiency. And we didn't also check out these other menus last episode either. We now have an environments tab, which kind of breaks up exactly what your province is made out of. And also gives you pollination and wildling connected affinities, which is a chance of extra apiary yield proportional to the meadow environment. Then a chance of extra crop yield proportional to the meadow environment can be increased by apiation. So this is really cool, nice little breakdown of the province. And then also in our records, we can see what we're selling. Trade is going very well actually. See how much that firewood was earning for us. So hopefully that'll go up. Now we're going to start selling charcoal instead. And nearly 700 gold from the pelts, which is wild. Those double stocked animal deposits are very powerful for early settlements, it would seem, wouldn't it? So, let's plant some orchards. I wonder if it tells you if a debuff there. Yeah, trees do take 2 or 3 years to grow, but that's okay. 2 or 3 years will pass very quickly. Just like in the real world. We'll have a load of orchards here, right? Apples on the way in. Then I think probably now is a good time to go ahead and relocate our entire forestry operation. So I really want to build all around here, of course, around the church. So let's start moving this onto the main road. So saw pit. They will be slightly further away, of course, from their warehouses and storehouses now, but it's an extra few seconds, really. The Woodcutter's Lodge will cut from its own forest. I wouldn't mind starting to clear out some of this and still keep it close to the storeyard. So I think I'm actually going to put that one there, just so they can start working on this forest behind. Was there anything else forestry? I wouldn't mind moving the stonemason's hut either. I guess just down here is fine, right? Oh, would you look at that? Manor Ward sits and fits moment. Love to see it. We got a ton of families now as well. Although I guess that's because we just removed all those buildings. That's probably why. So a livestock trading post. I would love to build a farm so we can have animals at pasture. Why don't we have... We probably need a new well at some point, don't we? I'm just trying to think how I want the village to look here. So I wouldn't mind kind of animals on the edge of town here. And then kind of the village can start maybe from this farmhouse. Can't decide how much further I want to come further down. Bear in mind, I'm probably going to come down to the water here as well and get this forestry to clear out this site here. So this is probably going to end up being quite dense, isn't it? Okay, I think I'm just going to put it here. I'm definitely overthinking that. Have that there. And then our pasture can run basically along the edge of the village. Cool. So we'll house our sheep there. And then through our livestock trader, we will buy... Yes, we want to buy the lambs, really, don't we? I hope sheep breeding should no longer be locked behind a technology as well. Which was really annoying. That just makes no sense. Okay, we'll buy lambs then. And always keep a stock of, I guess, 2 lambs. And then we will sell and slaughter sheep, I suppose. For the wool, which would need to be processed. By a weaver's workshop. Wool into yarn. Which will give us that extra clothing diversity as well. I believe there was also a pretty obnoxious clothing bug in the experimental beta branch at the minute. Which I'm not too bothered about. Like, this isn't a public update. This is an experimental version, so you kind of can't really complain too much about horrendous game-breaking bugs. But we'll see how we go on with it. And where we also add the weaver's workshop into our production chain as well. Raiders are very nearly here. Let's also get our logging camp going again too. We'll go 3 of you because I want to start making a pretty big dent in this area. We'll roll up our scroll here, so we want to go pretty much this entire coastline. About there. And we'll also get our saw pit working again too. Let's do... We got quite a lot of planks, we're alright for the minute, aren't we? And then we'll just connect all our dots. I suppose I wouldn't mind a little bit of road planning here now. Let's bring this one down and out. And then can we get through here? Looks like we can actually. I'll have this one come around the back of these buildings. We'll have something here, and then we'll likely have more burgers plots develop around this space. Or maybe more industrial site stuff. We'll see what grows here. Food. How are we doing for fuel? Let's have a little recheck of our resources. So the charcoal's coming in now. So the charcoal making it to the trade post. It is indeed. Wouldn't mind another trader. More money's always good. Got another family working. Now we need to buy our seeds. So we have apples, pears, and quinces. It provides a high yield of apples and takes roughly 3 years. A medium yield of pears will take 4 years. And a low yield of quinces will take 2 years. I wonder why pears are lower yield and more time. I'm not sure on that one. I'm almost tempted to go for them to see if they're better value than apples. Maybe they are. 108 gold though per seed. Let's do some apples. And then I'll do pears. And then we'll wait for some more money to come in. Let's get some further burgers plots here as well. And we'll start growing out down this way. I'm not sure what I'm going to put through the middle here. Maybe some kind of back-to-back burgers plots actually without the gardens. Maybe we'll do that. And I'm going to bring it roughly down to the same level, which is pretty much this contour line here, isn't it? And then have this one went up. Again, these are probably going to become food-producing burgage. And how thin are they? Is about that? And a bit more narrow than that, aren't they? Probably that one. Although with that we can get the living space upgrade, which is always nice to have the option. Right, we'll wait for those logs to come in regardless. Oh, and our hut is built now as well. Fantastic. We'll come back to that momentarily though, because the raiders are about to arrive. Hopefully they're not going to give us a good seeing too. We're going to find out. Enemy unit has been spotted. I've had them spawn right behind me before, which is happening again. Of course it is. Of course it's happening again. They always spawn behind me. Right. We should be okay here. The first raid usually isn't horrendous. But, oh, what if they scare off the animals? I really hope they don't. Come on, rally here. Bring up the spears at the front. Have the retinue. Oh, we didn't build the garrison tower in the fort, did we? What a nightmare. Okay, yeah, so it's not always guaranteed that they will attack the AI. Because clearly they're attacking me here, which is fine. Good job we got them shields in, isn't it? Otherwise it would have been good night in episode 2. So obviously boys, let's go forward. It'd be really nice to move them in formation. Hope that gets added. Let's meet them outside the village because I don't want them to start burning. We've got 2 units of bandits here, I think. Kind of coming this way as well, aren't we? So let's meet one in the tree line here. We'll keep one on the road and then keep the retinue between them. We should be able to meet them here. Yeah, there we go. There's our first attack. Should have bought that extra retinue while we had the money, shouldn't we? Okay, let's get stuck into these muppets. Let's pick these guys off while they've isolated themselves from the other force. They're not particularly coordinated in the attack, thankfully. Here comes the second band. No men lost so far. We're gonna have to bury some bodies in the church after this as well. Good execution there if you guys saw that. We won. Is that it? Oh, last ones. Okay, so the first raid's nothing serious. But you definitely don't want to be under equipped for it. So if they get into the village, they will burn. Well, let's give it up. Experience gained, and we're very nearly at 2,000 influence, everyone, which means we might be able to go to war with our next door neighbour. No storage space left for production at the storage pit, or the saw pit rather. Okay, we'll start doing some more planks then. We're always going to be used at some point, aren't we? Let's also start trading livestock and employing a farmer. Although, wait, did I build the wrong farm? I did, yes, I built the wrong farm. I thought I did. I was like, wait, there's a second sheep farm, isn't there? How's the dressed stone coming on? We got 109 of it now. Though we did move the stonemason, didn't we? So we'll put them back in. Fuel's doing very well. We'll chill back out on timber. Because I'd like to put someone in as the sheep farmer. There's the ox to collect the last one. Put that there. Let's just delete that pasture for the right now. And then we'll redraw it from the edge of the smaller building. Oh, I can delete that. Just around the edge. That gives us pasture space for 77 sheep. And then we'll also employ our sheep farmer. Oh, and let's not also forget the burial as well. So you can build a corpse pit, but they're kind of awkward to get rid of. If you employ someone at the church, they will bury them in the church. And there's no debuff to burying bandits in the church just yet. I'm not sure if that's going to come. Get a forager working too. A herb garden would also be good. I'm going to do that. Oh, we've got the money. And then I need to steal some workers. Oh, we need to start building more houses, which I think we wanted to do, didn't we? So now we have the timber back in. Let's do that. Have these out here. Let's bring them down to the size. I don't know. Yeah, let's do the living upgrade. Cool. So it's also slowly stolen by nearby bandits. Do we have a camp nearby? Oh god, we do. In that province again, every time. Alright, sorry boys. You've got to go out again, I'm afraid. It's only a small camp, that one, so be a serious issue. Got a lot of fighting today, don't we? The bandit camp seems to be a bit more common in this update. But the thunder clapped as we clashed lines then. That was very, very Game of Thrones, wasn't it? Yeah, these fully equipped spears have got no problem. They don't even need the retinue actually, do they? You guys come and claim the camp. Retinue, go home. We'll upgrade our retinue too where we have the money. And there's 2,000 influence as well. Okay. Wonder how much he can summon. A new message. I'm going to send it to the treasury again just because I want fully stocked retinue. There you go. You boys can come back now. Disband the retinue and then we will upgrade them. So I want numbers over armor. I'm just going to spend it all. There, that's 15 retinue now. That'll make us significantly stronger on the battlefield having that many of them. I think next episode we'll go to war, basically. With these guys over here. Really interested to see just how much they can muster. It looks like they're also getting involved in orchards as well. Although quite a bit smaller than what I've done. New families coming in as well. Fantastic. These new homes are already growing up. We want some extra bodies. I think I'll go for a couple of extension upgrades. And then with you lot, you guys grow. Again, it's going to be more fruit and veg. Well, just more fruit because we have the grain vegetable debuff in this province. Don't forget that. So maybe coming back into the castle planner. If I click my wall. Why do you go all bendy? I don't want you to do that. How about if I delete the castle wall then? We'll commit to that. Which shouldn't take too long. Are the sheep coming in yet? How's our livestock? Guess we have 2 lambs. Have they made it to pasture? One of them has. Alright, little lamb. It's very small, isn't it? I didn't see it. Unless maybe it's still in the trading post. Where's the shepherd? You are guiding an ox. Okay. I'm not sure where the lambs are. You're importing livestock. Where are you? Oh, there we go. She's walking it back now. She just went to get it. Very nice. It's a very obedient lamb, isn't it? Following right behind. Cool. Okay, so that starts kicking now. Which also means that wool will start getting produced. So a weaver's workshop worker would also be quite welcome. How are we doing for tools? Should have a few. Yeah, we're staying stocked with them. That's good at least. Forages we desperately need. I really keep putting that off, don't I? I'm also going to remove some forestry production as well because we've got so many planks. We don't need 2 of you in there. And a logger as well. The woodcutter will return back on. We'll start gathering that forest. I also wouldn't mind also isolating the woodcutter's lodge too with a work area. Basically all these trees behind the house is what we want. I'll probably double up the burger spots I think, so we'll have back-to-back houses here for quite a dense population centre. So we've removed those dodgy bendy walls so we can move up to stone. But before we do that, we actually need to be producing mortar. Which will reduce rubble stone to mortar. I guess in and around our mining pit is going to be a sensible place for this, isn't it? A nice little industrial patch developing here. The tannery is waiting. Have you burnt through all your supply? I think you're going to be more of a seasonal worker, aren't you? Yeah, he's already out of hide. He did produce 35 leather though, so I'm happy with that. And how's our current food stock doing? Berries are coming in small quantities. We'll add another worker in. They do have quite a while to transport though. Yeah, see, I knew they auto-fetched. I was just in the wrong building. Cool, that's perfect. Let's get all these ones growing up as well. More vegetables for the people. I guess I'll do the same thing. Should we do some quinces? Sure, I guess we'll see how each of these new crops perform. I know we had apples last time, but pears and quinces and the whole mechanic seems to be different, so we'll test each of them. And there's our lamb. There's a lamb hanging out here. Is he going to be guided to the pasture, I wonder? Oh, we see a shepherd transporting. You going to come and drop the lamb off? No. Oh, you're just transporting to your house. Okay. Okay, so one sheep made it to pasture, the other one didn't. I guess maybe it might tick over at some point. Just wait and see. And you won't be gathering any wool yet either, will you? So there's probably no point as we stock in the weaver. We'll keep an eye on our craftable materials until wool enters the fray. But until that point, we'll just wait. And start producing mortar. Which I might actually stick 2 people on this. What are we like for construction materials? 66 rubble. So I reckon probably another mine is going to be needed at some point too. Add the last quinces to this side. I wouldn't mind possibly bringing in a boiler as well now. All these level 1s are pretty happy, aren't they? You guys aren't super happy. Yeah, they're just waiting for vegetables and fruits to make it to market, which shouldn't be too far away. Especially once all these orchards and stuff start growing. But for the meantime, we'll just keep pumping our money into this. We're also giving away a bit of food to the church as well, aren't we, via tithe. Yeah, we don't need the burial anymore either. Let's pull them guys out of the church now. And how are we doing for mortar? Oh yeah, that accrues very quickly, doesn't it? Okay. Alright, well, let's get more stone miners in then. I think I'm going to go for 3 in the mine. And they want 3 tools a year. Durability goes down in days. Okay. Interesting new mechanics. How's the animal stock doing? Yeah, you're told to leave it at 5 anyway, aren't you? Let me pull out one of the hunters then. And then let's see if we can build our castle wall here now. So you can connect stone and wood if you want to. I don't know why you would, it looks a bit weird, but that's okay. Let's bring a bit of an angle in there as well. I'll build that. Why does it do that? It's very irritating. I guess I'll just draw it in stretches then. Not sure if that's something I'm misinterpreting with the fence tools or just a bug of an experimental branch. Also add a little turret onto the front gate as well. Okay. So we have with that configuration. We just need a bit more dress stone and some timber planks for that. Should be no problem. Let's get a bit more dress stone going. We'll stick a second worker in there. I can also see apple money in as well. Get that growing. So how's our food coming on now? Berries are starting to make it to market, but not an enormous volume of them. Lots of small game. And with eggs and chickens, hopefully not too far away. Should give us some decent backbone diversity, I think. We'll see. Possibly some more chicken houses here as well. Let's also recruit another logger as well. I'll take someone out of the stone mine now. We've got that mortar recruited pretty nicely. New families are coming in, fantastic. I think I'm actually going to put them into logging as well. Second sheep yet? No, I'm not sure why that's happening. Maybe if I unemploy and re-employ the shepherd, that will prompt them to go and gather the sheep. I'm not sure. Oh, but they're taking the first harvest, everyone. First apple and pear harvest. Oh, follow me over here. Let me come in and see what's going on. God, who is that? Is that a door for hobbits? Why is that so low? That's a like limbo under. I love the fruit in this game. Fantastic. A rainy day in the orchards, everyone. So much atmosphere in this game, isn't there? Look at the trees blowing. Just the ambience of a Manor's thunderstorm. Brilliant. So from that first harvest, we got quite a few there. 14 pears, 28 apples, and 11 quinces. Which if you compare that to a rich food source of the small game, you're probably looking about a third, aren't you? Okay. Well, that gives us food for years. Probably. The excuse once the timber comes in to upgrade to a boiler so we can start to employ a couple of archer units, which we'll grab 2 of them now. And then, are we alright for wood? We seem to be having a bit of a shortage. You guys just walking miles for your wood, are you? Possibly. Let's give them a better road connection down to here. This one can come all the way down to the main road. I did actually want to do that earlier, but of course, something distracted me. There we go. Just a bit better access back into the town for them. Maybe we can find a little route around the back of this building as well. Slightly more interconnected. Not also sure how long it takes for us to gather a, well, for a lamb to turn into a sheep. I guess we'll see. In terms of the surplus of those sheep, I will export all sheep over 5. I think that's what we'll do with that. Some more fruit money available. Lots of fruit here. Get all that in. I think some more houses here now, so we can begin to mass stock a lot of the jobs we have. Well, I suppose I'll just keep all these guys running down too. I think that's where we'll expand. I think we of course don't need so many. And we should be able to commit to the castle planning now as well. No, just one more dress stone. 156 we need, isn't it? Yes. And now we're out of timber again. Of course, my word. Come on guys, let's stay stuck with a bit of timber, please. It'd be nice to be able to set a surplus here. Just a constant pile to take from. Do we want to possibly look at bringing in another ox? We will need another stable. Let's have our pitching post. Put it further away from these two, maybe over here. By the industry. Because we're moving a ton of logs this way. There you go, let's put that there. And then I will buy another ox. There. Oh, I also wanted a horse for the trading post as well, didn't I? Which we will do. We will do that. We also already those fruit gardens and maybe some of the food for the chickens. Yeah, 3 eggs isn't bad. No chicken yet, but that's okay. That's once every 4 yields, isn't it? But good food diversity in November is really nice. I'm happy with that. That timber has just been immediately siphoned, isn't it? Let me chill out on the plank production here. That's really what I'm waiting for, is the extra timber to build the bloody castle. There we go. There's 7 of it all of a sudden. And do we want to add... No. Let's commit to that. Let's just get it built. Taking way too long with the castle. We're up to 69%, which is nice. And let's see what we can do to accommodate these guys. They don't obviously have water access. The very basics. Now missing. Let's have... Yeah, sure. Let's have a little, like, communal well here. Be happy with that in the middle. You guys should still be good for marketplace reach, I think. Get pairs in there. And more pairs in there while we've got the money. And also more residential upgrades too. We've got the food surplus to feed those extra mouths now. And I also want to upgrade our stable as well. Was that a horse there? Yeah, let's get a horse for that too. Wonderful. That's going to speed up their trade significantly. Was that a the livestock order? Yeah. Work area is empty. Okay, foragers are done for the season. You guys come out now. And what are we lagging on here? What do we want to pump our efforts into? Some more charcoal would be nice. And then I think more woodcutters as well. Let's start making more of a dent in this forest over the winter. So we can get more people in here to double up around all the markets and the storehouses. We don't have a lot of full storage yet, so I think we're still fine with 4 granary workers. Everyone seems to be happy with it anyway. In terms of anything else we haven't addressed yet, we have our church, obviously. Farming we won't be doing any of here. Industry. Can't really do anything with iron in this province. Let's do a second burgage upgrade here. I want this high priority because these guys are going to be making our bows. And you can see our little constructions going up here. I'm so glad that this castle plan is getting attention and we're seeing stone walls and castles in there. I really hope they take this to the depth that Foundation has, like fully customizable, kind of like plug-in modularness. If that's a good way to describe Foundation. With monasteries, with the churches, I want to see this sort of mechanic. Castles, obviously it's already here. We're very excited to see that. Cool, that firewood's flying in now. There's our second level for settlement. You guys... I don't need to select anything, do I? Oh yeah, I do. I need to build the grid, don't I, idiot? There we go. That gives us another development point as well. Which is coming soon, but we are at least level 2. It's not currently there yet. Interesting to see how they carry on diversifying that. Does want planks, which we have taken the workers out of, not a ton though. So we don't need to re-employ for that, I don't think. Let's carry on bulking out our retinue as well, because we will be going to war with our neighbours next episode. So I want as many souls to sacrifice to that cause as possible. Otherwise, we're in a pretty healthy position here now. What's up with you lot? Water access, you being serious? It's over here. And pop up, frost check is cold. You shouldn't be. And people require fuel in a burgage plot to live in, they might freeze to death. Or is that because your manor's under construction? And it's, yeah, well, you're just gonna have to deal with that, I'm afraid. You're just gonna have to get on with it. Here's our boyar. We definitely want him producing war bows. We don't have the means for crossbows yet. I wonder now, with so many shields in stock, 152, I might begin to change you to wooden parts. 'Cause I think we can sell wooden parts, can't we? Where will they be? Yeah, they're a major trade route there. Although we're not very far from affording it. Because if I can turn those planks into wooden parts, that just turns basically planks, which is a really simple resource, into quite an expensive tradable. It just through one processing step. So I think that's what we'll do with that. Now, I think do we process wooden parts in another artisan? I can't actually remember where we use them. I think it's for another artisan, isn't it? Not sure. But there we go. We're now starting to stock our bows, which is good. Although we did halve our shields, but that's okay. Well, the population will come back in. We could also employ mercenary companies. Which I wouldn't mind doing, actually. Especially for the attack on our neighbours. I'm really keen to see how they respond. What's happened to them here? They had a fire. It'd be nice to get some population indication as to how many people are actually here. Our castle's just starting to look pretty impressive on the hillside here now, so we can see the stone poking through. I think with the roads down here, I'd like to begin planning in the road down to the coast. Which I imagine a lot of town will follow this particular path. We've also got a salt mine and clay we can make use of here as well. Which will build those resources in now, I think. So we got a salt deposit used for making salted pork, of course.
The salted pork is particularly good. Salted pork.
And we'll have our extraction. Salt from clay salt deposits, and then we also want the clay as well. In terms of further processing them, we want to come to industry. Our clay, of course, will go into roof tiles, which we actually need to upgrade the church. And we don't have enough goods. Let's chill down on the mortar and stone dressing then, because that's just eating too much stone resource. We'll also stick another worker back in there as well. Yeah, that stone's getting obliterated, isn't it? Let's really double stock that up. Yeah, and then it was also salt, wasn't it? But I'm pretty sure salt is used in food preservation with one of the artisans. I'm pretty sure it is actually used with pork, despite the Lord of the Rings reference. It is used for making salted pork, I think. So these guys aren't fulfilled by basic happinesses anymore. I mean, you like water access? Oh, that's probably because we haven't built this well yet, isn't it? Yeah, it's a slog to build these castles, isn't it? Really do want kind of all hands on deck for this, really, don't you? I'm gonna put the clay furnace here, I think. Cool. And then we can get the level 2 church done, which is just the tiles we need. That won't take long to get at all. And our berries should be back in season now. They are. Perfect. Let's get 2 forages going. We're running out of food after an intense winter. Let's stick another hunter back in as well. Although that is only down to 5. So I think we're probably at the current food threshold with this population size, aren't we? But as the years pass on by, we should see these become more fruitful, if you'll enjoy the pun. Again, vegetable is always really good, but I've gone down the path that debuffs my vegetable yield by 25%, so that's why I'm going so fruit heavy. But you don't have to do that. Entirely up to you. Wonder if you want to sell the salt. I wonder, should be under crafting materials, right? Yeah, there we go. 240. Yeah, I wanted to sell those wooden parts, didn't I? So let's do that. I was a trade route for wooden parts, and then I will export all of them. Not really bothered about keeping them, not using them in a minute. So sell everything over 10. And then... And those salt and clay deposits aren't rich, are they? So they're not going to last forever. I don't really want to specialise many trades in them because they're only temporary. And that builds that though. What I'm going to do is remove all those people from the stone pit so they can come and help build the castle. And we can just watch the people swarm over the land. They're actually neglecting people's basic water needs down there, but that's okay. Because the Lord is of course their priority. Build for your Lord Egg. New maps are just brilliant, aren't they? Love the vistas in the background. Big European looking mountains. Gorgeous. So I'm not sure if we'll see a whole progression of the wall. Yeah, you're gonna freeze death, it's fine, you just gotta deal with it until your house is built, I'm afraid. We're also building the salt mines too. The woodcutters are making big progress over here, which is good to see. Fuel is absolutely no problem at all, is it? 812 firewood. There's our castle. Brilliant. Fantastic. They should lose their cold warning now, I hope. And then let's stick some more people back in the charcoal kiln and the mine so we can process more of that firewood. Those guys are full. Do we need another ox already? We haven't even built that stable. Let's get that done, please, because we need that for the new animals. Could maybe do with sticking someone back in the saw pit again too. And we're very nearly able to employ a worker here. And then we can get those tiles done and get the church upgrade. Start processing those clay tiles and also the clay itself, of course. Let's get the clay done. Very highest priority, please. So we are coming low on food as we approach midsummer. We're 2 months off harvest. Yeah, so that's beginning not to pull in now, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what then, let's turn some of our vast well to some basic food trade. And we can buy in some bread. Bread will keep them happy. What food diversity is it that you're missing? Vegetables and grains. Yeah, well, we're not growing any grains, are we? So let's buy bread then, because we can't in this province. Import bread, which is 13, and keep 30 in, let's say. Dedicated trade route would also be good, because then it'll be regular. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that, because this province will never get bread, because it's not fertile enough to grow it. Actually, there was some small rye fertility here, wasn't it? But it's not going to be enough to feed hundreds of people. That should help with food diversity and supply for a little bit. Whilst our animals and berries recover. And our fruits manage to get up and going. I am tempted to draw out some more houses, but it's only more mouths to feed. So we'll just let this stock up now. Oh, there we go. The second sheep made it to pasture. Oh, 3 of them now. Perfect. Cool. That's good that we're seeing that come in. And our strip mine should be done now. Yep, let's get a family in there. We don't need too much stone now. So I'm going to steal a stone miner and turn them into a clay miner. Cool. We'll definitely get some more mercenary companies, I think, for next episode. When I really want to go and attack our neighbours over in back. So we'll start next episode with that. So for right now, let's go ahead and get our church upgraded with these roof tiles. Getting fuel supplies, this change will kick it in a second. And then we'll move up to our level 2 church as well. And there is our level 2 church. Get that upgraded, and that'll keep our little artisan people much happier here. They'd also like beverage as an amenity. Beer's too expensive to import. I'll likely allow in another province to produce that. Yeah, I think we'll put someone back in the... Take someone out the stone charcoal kiln. And then we'll restock the tannery. And then I wouldn't mind a tailor, I think, is the next upgrade. How happy are these guys now? Mostly, so I can just about support level 2s. We'll do another one then, and then this next artisan in this row here we'll make into a tailor, so we can start to make some fancier clothes. The church does indeed grow up. Our stable is built. I'm wondering if, because we've got so much fuel, we've got 1,000 firewood, it's almost worth opening up a dedicated trade route for this, you know? I think I'm going to carry on exporting firewood because we have so much of it and we can't turn it into charcoal fast enough. I'm going to pay for the dedicated firewood trade route. I think that's worth it. just to have that constant dedicated run back and forth. Pantries are full over here. Possible sign we need some more granary workers then. I'm going to steal a trader to become a granary. Or a grocer, I suppose, is the word. But yeah, so look at that food hit when those berries plots pop off. So we now have an 8-month surplus in September, which is brilliant. You guys ran all these berries down yet? Very nearly. Cool. We can chill out on the mining as well now. Let's just have a constant trickle of clay coming in. And we'll make our church the highest of priorities to get this sorted. But otherwise, we're in a pretty healthy state, I think, aren't we? As we come to the end of episode 2 of the new AI update. Thank you so much for watching. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Next episode, we will go to war. We're going to be on the front foot, attacking our neighbours, and see exactly what it's like just to fight the AI. We'll bring our own men along, of course, but we'll likely pull in some mercenaries as well, I think, to help us defeat our neighbours. But an enormous shout out to the patrons and YouTube members bankrolling these videos, with a shout out to our golden patron X, Casino, Spartan Angel, Michael W, Bad Wolf, Louis Adlin, Phoenix MD, Blythe, Jamin, and Great C. Thank you so much indeed for all of your support, guys. If you want to get involved in that, links to Patreon and Instant Gaming are always the best ways to help support the channel. And I thank you for continuing to support Manor Lords and enjoying such a wonderful early access start with me. Well, I'll see you next episode for War and Thunder. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.